Not exactly right. Someone, come on, tell us in detail. What happens when he clicks this button? On line 34. What will you see on the console log? That's it, right? What did you see before that? Correct. Okay, that's exactly what happened. We're going to see count edit, and we click it. Now it becomes an object that only has name and qua, right? The name, an object with the key name, value of it is qua. So what does the ... state do? In more detail, it grabs all the keys off of the state object and sticks them inside this new object on line 35. That's more detail. So what will you see when I click the button?
Another count. No.
It
can only have one key. Counting it.
We're going to see. So here's the result.
One key.
Count goes up by 1. S still there, right? And the count changed. The value of count changed because the key already exists here, right?
Whereas about the spread, if you just count, it disappears.
No, S not disappeared. Before, previously.
If you took state away now, and you just leave count, then ed disappears.
Yes. Okay. So that's how we change the state inside the object, right?
Okay.
And now on to the next step. I want to click this button, but the count here changed. Right? The count here changed as well. So how I'm gonna do that? Using props. Yes. I'm gonna pass the I'm gonna change this one back to count then. Count and then set count. And then no add, right? Set count.
Why are you removing me then?
What? Here I'm gonna delete this state here.
It would be quite good to just see it as an object though, as opposed to being just a singular integer.
Okay, right. You want to be confused, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Call the variable update state. So that's the thing that's kind of confusing. Update state.
Call it hook state.
No, call it state setter. Call it state setter. I'm gonna use set state as well. So
Fuck it,
here you have this dot. Here you don't have this dot, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
I think that's
So
also
you
good.
okay? Now I'm gonna pass. Let's call it count here, the same count. Right? I'm gonna say using the same name. And you have to understand it. Count. What should I put in here? State.count, yeah. And then here I'm gonna props here. We have this dot props dot count. I'm gonna remove it. This dot props dot count. So here's different. See, you still see 0 on line 16. Line 16, 0. What if I click here? What happened?
16 will increase.
Bam, 16 increase. Increment 16. Okay, I'm gonna put the 16 in here, right? The value of the line 16 to here. So the value, where is the value? This dot stay. Now I'm gonna change this one to props. That's the difference between stay and props. You cannot change props inside the children component. Right? I'm gonna click this, change to 1. Same thing, right? Alright. So what if I want to click this button? Click this button. The value should be changed here. The value here changed. How do I do that? Click this button. The number here increase.
Then you pass the function to the props. The set state function to the props.
You cannot change the value of props. You cannot change the value of props. Even if you change it, the state won't render, right? The component here will not render. So you need to set state from the parent component, which is the arg with s, without s, right? So you have to pass the function here as well. Set state equal to set state. Okay, and here, oh shit, the name set state is so confusing now.
There's
That's why I want to use count. Okay, here you don't use this syntax anymore. Here,
I just want to see an object.
set. Now you have this dot. No. Oh yes, yes. Set state, right? And here's the value inside. What should be? An object.
This dot props dot parent dot count equals to +1.
Spread operator.
Count. Colon. This dot props dot state dot count. What the hell am I doing? This dot prop dot state. This dot prop dot state dot count. No, just this. We pass the count, only count here. So we are gonna lose add now. Add is gonna disappear. And what? What here? +1, okay. And add is gonna disappear.
If you want to keep it,
See ya add. Right? Add disappear, right?
But what did we just achieve? What did we just do?
We change the state of the parent's component. You need the state.
Exactly. Hai said the exact same thing. What did Hai just say? Of what? Who changed the state of its parent component?
child app.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was the main objective. Yes, we introduced a new problem, but we did solve another problem, right? The parent state is being changed by its child.
So if you want to keep add, you have to pass the state here, right? State, and here you pass state, and that's so and here you this dot prop dot state dot count, and here this dot prop dot state dot count. Accept it.
Which is spend this.
Here, this dot prop dot state comma. Right. Oh, 16, 14, what's 14? There's no count now, there's only state. Right? So when I click this, the change add still here. Thank God. Right? Cool? Question? I expect question here. I expect questions.
You have any questions? Guys, you're gonna need to know how to do this, like, I don't know, next week. Okay, you guys need to know how to do this. I think Claude showing us how to use the object as a piece of state on line 25 is actually a really good approach. I saw him do that. I now copy the way Quad did, like writes code. I like it. I like it. Especially in forms, okay? On line 25 on forms, this is particularly useful because how many different fields can you have on a form? Do you want to define a new piece of state using hooks on every single field?
No, right? What if you have username, email, password, password confirm? So you have 4 fields, right? And even first name, last name, address, many things.
Yeah,
So you have to do that for every single field? No.
But could you not have done it as like user, set user, and then have
Yeah, that's exactly.
having objects within it, right?
Yeah.
So you still use hooks.
Yeah, no, but I'm trying to say is like right here, you're on line 26 through 28. You guys can see that like we have an individual state variable that manages a simple data type, a string.
And they're all associated. More important.
Yeah, they are all very much associated, right? So that's what the purpose of objects are. They automatically, like they collect things together. Like a person object is gonna have things like age, address, first name, last name. So right now you should, instead of doing it what you guys see right here, don't do me. You should be doing something like this.
It's called input. user second.
Okay? Why do we choose an object here? I promise you, it's way easier to work with. Okay?
Wow. Right.
And then you're just gonna choose what key to update later, okay? Using some of this right here. Some of this magic right here that Quad just showed you.
Right. Next. Life cycle. Life cycle. Right. Here we start with a what should I start? Glass first, because glass came out first. Right. So here we have component did mount. This bit, right? It's a method for class, for React class. Here I'm gonna like CLG console object, right? I'm gonna delete this. This is so confused now. Delete them all. Okay, you're gonna see it once. Object here. Even if I click it, it's not like you only see it once. It doesn't happen another time, right? See, still once. Okay, so here, sometimes you want to call your API when this component first load. When this component first load, you want to receive something, some information, right? So let's pretend that this function is an API call. API call. You define a function. Is this class? Right, this class. So here you go. Then you async it right here, for example, right? So right now I'm just return a string, for example, khoa. So when you call an API, you're gonna like receive an object or something. Normally you should receive an object, right? So now I'm just return khoa, pretend that we receive khoa, right? So khoa. So we're gonna do something here. We're gonna call API call khoa here. Console log API call. That's okay. Right. It's not defined. This dot state. This dot, right? API call khoa. Same thing. Return that this API call. Wow. Okay. Now I'm gonna assign this one to the state, for example, name here. By default, it's empty string. So I want to set state here, name to khoa. When I get a return response from the API call, I want to update the state name to khoa. Okay. This dot state, this dot set state, an object inside it. Cut it, and then here an object called name. Equal to what? API call. This dot API call. Call. This dot API call, is that correct? Right. Here we have to console log it. Let's console log here so you see this dot state dot name, comma, then name, right? By default, there's nothing. It's empty string, right? And when the API call, the value return arrive, right? We set like the name we change to khoa.
So in this example, I can see that the component did not run
After the render. So here the flow. Constructor run first, okay? And then the render. And then the component did mount. See?
Why is it often the render that's the bottom? Why is the render always quite often in code? I see render function really low down in the order.
So
Like one of the final things.
by the name you can see component did mount means did mount.
No, I know that.
For
What should I do in that one
before the render, there are two ways. First, you call the API and then you pass it to your children component. First, okay. The second way, you have another method called component will mount. let's go and see the life cycle. React life cycle. Or you can even put it here.
Can I check something?
Yeah.
Component did mount ran before render, right?
No, after. You can tell from here.
Left to right, top down.
It doesn't matter. In an object, the order doesn't matter. In an object, the order doesn't matter, right?
Oh, because that's all within
The class here is an object.
Yeah.
Just think of it as an object. Okay, the order doesn't matter as long as you define it inside the class, and that's
So
it.
order doesn't matter, but it knows to render first.
Yeah, it always know because React. It's a method of React. That's how React works. The people build React define like that.
They say like look through.
So look, even if I put the constructor down here, it still run first, right? And then the render, and then the command did
So
mount.
that was my question. Why is it people put the render and box if it runs at the beginning?
Because render, like you want to render the HTML, the JSS. So that should be down because it's long. This is the longest one. It takes more space, much more space than the other method. For example, I
You can
call.
define all your functions at the top in your HTML section so far.
Yeah, you should do that. You don't call command mount down here. It's very hard to find, right? So React lifecycle. Let's go quickly go over it. Show how to see. Maybe this. All right. Here, mounting. The first thing that runs, constructor always. And then you have a method called get derived state from props.
Render stage.
It's so hard to see, right? And here's the render. The render should run before command did mount. See, it's run before command did mount. Okay, so if you want something to run before the render, you can use this, right? Get derived state from props.
And that's a function.
It's a method. It's just how it's just like command did mount. Just like command did mount. So here you go static get derived state from prop. You compare the previous state and the next prop. You don't have to do that. Yeah.
When would you use it? It says rarely used. but
Some
what-
SK some time that you need the information before you render. You can stay away from it by passing the props to the component. So that's when the component mount, you already have that value before component mount, right? So there are two ways to do it. You can use this. It's very hard to manage, right? Should component update is when you update the value of your component and then the whole component load again or not. Okay. There's a bunch of them and you rarely use it. Right. Cool. I think it's almost like out. Component view mount will also work. It should be here. It's still the same thing.
Component will unmount.
That's when you want to clear the when you unmount the component. You want to clear the memories.
Now we can do something before component did mount on YouTube.
Right. That's good. Wait. Use state. You put the value inside use state. Component will receive. Component did mount. Component will mount here. Same thing. Okay. But I think it's once there's a list of some deprecated life cycle. React life cycle. Not picture. Right. Not this. Here. State and life cycle. Here's the official documentation. You have component will mount. You have component did mount. They act the same thing. The way you write, the way you call the value inside the function inside the same. Just that the component will you have will mount, not unmount. Unmount after that. You have will mount run before render and before did mount as well. Okay. But you rarely use it. You can even define initial state with it, so you don't really need it. That's it. There should be more. Here you go. Here's a list. Mounting. Command view mount is it's old, so you should avoid it, right? So update. You have same thing. Derive state from props. Derive state from prop. Same. You have should update. You have the render is when you update everything. The render will be called again every time. So yeah.
So if I have to connect with API and API, should I put it in the component with mount or in the get from the server?
Maybe you should put it inside the complete mount, but before that you have to say something. You have to guard against the no value first, right? Like we did before in our like movies app, GitHub app, right? Remember? Something like okay, here we go do it. Let's say.
So if I don't want to guard, can I code it in the component?
Yeah, you can. But as you always have to use something like it. Load, okay, load it or load it or loading. What do you want to use? They're different. Load it, okay, load it. False, right? False. When you call an API, you set state. For example, set state loaded equal true, and then after you receive something from the API call, you set a here. It's loading. It's not loading. It's what? Loading, and then loading. No, by default, it's loading is false. Right here, you set state. This dot set state. Then you put the loading equal true, means like okay, you're telling the app that okay, I'm getting something from the API call. Maybe the file is so heavy, 1 megabyte. Take a little time, and then before you return, you copy it. For API call, you should not return. Yeah. But here, you loading, you set it back to false, and then along with the other stuff. For example, name equal to the one that you got from the API. For example, qua here.
Can you explain what you're doing there again? Sorry.
What?
So you're saying right, set the state to true, and then immediately after set to false. So explain. I know it's.
Okay. For example, here I'm gonna call fetch something.
Okay, so then once the API has returned something to you, you're then also set
Yes.
the state again.
And then you return something cause response equal to fetch something, right?
Yeah, no, I get it.
And now you receive something cause data equal to response dot JSON. Okay. And now here you set name, for example, name equal to data. That means like, okay, I got the data. I'm setting my app back to loading false. Means I'm not loading anymore. I'm done. I load it. That's it. And here you have to guide like, okay, if this dot stay dot loading. And then you say something return if I am loading. Else means like I'm done loading, so I load it, and can you render the other stuff, right? So you have to guard against it. You don't want the user to see a blank page, right? So here you can add a spinner here, your spinner. Let's go. Questions?
So now you've done that with your. What were we on the hooks? No, when it's.
Okay, we're gonna do it with hook now.
Hooks, yeah.
So I'm gonna comment this. So I don't want to see errors. It's not say blah blah blah. Right. I'm gonna comment out this one. Right. So here how's hook work. I'm gonna delete all of them. Right. Right. Same thing you have for command edit mount in hook. You have use effect. Okay, it's a method, and then you have to import it. Use effect. Okay, use effect is a method. Inside that method, it takes another function. The first argument is a function, something like this. Okay, and the second argument is how many times it's called. Only once. Once mean the empty array here mean once. Here the function, and here's the body of the function. You do something. For example, here you call set state. Okay, just set state. Here count maybe 1, and then add, still add. Right, let's see it. I'm gonna save. I think I'm gonna see there. Okay, increment by default is, look at it. I'm gonna console log it now. CLG. Here the console log is very important, right? Let me type first. All right, here you should console log outside of the use effect. Right? You can put it inside there, but it's only run once. You want to see it every time your state change. You want to see the state. You don't put it in here because you only see it once. Only call once. Okay. You see, by default, initially it's 0, count 0, but you use effect means like after this load, this one is like constructor, and this one component did mount, and return run before the use effect. Okay, 0, 1. What if you want it to be initially it would be 1, just change 1 here, it's equal to 1, or you can call a function here as well, doesn't matter. Right? What if
they want the use effect to run every time something changes?
you want to run some every time something change.
When you wouldn't just have it as 0 use effect.
0 use effects. For some, what if I have another state here? For example, calls high, then set high. Right? I'm not sure what I'm doing. Set state is a string, right? Empty string. What do you want me to do? For example, here.
I fly.
Alright.
I drop and I fly.
Standing, and then I'm gonna have another one, use effect. Use effect is a function. Inside a function is here, body, down, and comma by default, right? I'm gonna set height to fly. Right, and here, whenever the count changes, I want the height to fly, right? Let's say stay.count. Let's do it. Let's console log state and height. Okay, standing. So count is update. It's update here. Component did mount, use effect. The first time it's run 0. The first time the component run is 0, and then immediately the use effect happens. It runs, and then count from 0 to 1, and then this function trigger set high is triggered.
The set high is now triggered every time you click on that.
Yes.
Button.
Yes. See, fly high, high fly. Right.
Fly too much.
Right. So what if I want to another one? For example, when high fly, I want to change something else. How high? Set how high? You say it.
I say fly, you say how high.
Round, by default is round, right? On the round, and then I'm gonna set it to set the height. Use effect. Another one. Same thing, and then how high. I set how so hard to type. how high to sky?
Up in the sky.
Over the
How
sky.
high? How high? That's it. How high?
So means no high. So when high fly, it should be over the sky, right?
So the first one we blank, then we fly.
Right,
then
standing, and then when the component loaded, he fly.
and then the one after that.
And then when I click it, he fly high. Oh shit! No.
It's flying.
No change anymore. It's not really.
This high remains the same. It's always flying.
Oh shit! Where's high?
I think you should change to high fly and then true or false.
You're also not console logging setup.
Where's high?
You're not console.
I don't see high.
You're not console.
You didn't console load it.
Console.
Stay high, and then you have one more.
Oh my god!
How high?
How high? Nice. I'm so confused now.
Fly over the sky.
Alright, he's standing on the ground, and then he fly, and then over the sky. That's good.
Change to false.
Alright.
Mà change to false mình dễ thấy cái thay đổi. Đổi cái fly to false.
That's good. Okay. You want to change too? I don't want to change the name. Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Anyone's confused?
I understand how they trigger. I think the examples are a little bit tougher. It's fine within each thing.
Because
What happens if you delete line 40? Okay, can you say something? Not 40, 45. Delete the count right there, the key count. What happens, guys? Delete that.
Set how high we never fly.
yeah, he will apply.
I can't fly.
Just standing.
No, you sure?
Standing.
Let's see. Come on, see.
I can't fly anymore. I'm still flying.
Fly into the sky.
Why?
What's that?
Because we have stayed.
Change from 0 to no.
Yeah. From 0 to none or undefined. So that's why. That's why high still fly.
Oh yeah.
We don't fly.
Because inside the state you have a key count. Now you don't have a key count. So you still fly.
So the cow will replay on.
Yes, no. Let's console log it. Right? Comma state count. Undefined. So it's from 0, it's changed to undefined. That's why that's still trigger. The function here is still trigger.
So what if we changed it to count :0? Guys, think about that one. 45. What would happen now? On my 45 count,
Count.
:0. Okay, so now what will high be? Will he fly or will he be on the ground?
This is tricky. This one is tricky.
I think he'll still fly. He'll fly in the sky because it still changes. Yeah, it is. It changes.
It changed.
You're setting it to 0 again, even if it was
Yes,
0 before,
it's
you're
changed.
still setting it, so it hasn't changed even though it hasn't changed.
It means that it replace the whole object. Replace the whole object.
And null again, and each time you're flying over the sky. It doesn't compare. Yeah, it doesn't compare.
What
It
if?
says
What if
something's happened.
I put
So in the round not
stay here?
our rounds.
Yeah, stay.
Can you put conditionals in the like? So you see state count changing. Can you be like if state count becomes 0, or is that not possible?
If state count becomes in use
Array.
effect.
Oh, in the condition of the use effect, line 50.
Here, you want to?
Line 50.
Line 50. Is that, I mean, it's probably.
I'm gonna see what happens right now.
Anyway, but like,
No, let's try with stay first, right? Still fly. So it take the whole old object, replace with a new object.
I think this is when you call the set state function.
Set stay. What the hell is set stay?
The like 45 when you call the set state function is gonna change whenever the value.
Yeah, they change the whole object. It take this object, replace the old object. Right? It's behave different with this set stay. A little bit different. You take an old object and
Because you
replace.
call the function set state.
I know, but the thing is like we're expecting right now if the state is not different, right? It should not fire this function right here.
No, it's different.
Not if it's not
Always
different.
override.
It's override. It's different from the normal set state.
I know, but so now to be honest with you, I'm a bit confused how the behavior of it is now. I don't know its signature that well. I'm gonna be honest with you right
then
now.
we have to split it, right?
Guys-
Outside the object.
So just like we in this class we've learned, like there are certain situations where something is useful, not useful, etc. Right? You guys are gonna learn this more in detail as you practice. Okay.
So here
you
I
have to do more
split- yeah.
research.
Here if I split it, cons count, and then set count equal to use state 0 here, and then that's it, right? That's it. And I put set count here, and then I put 0 in here. What happened? Let's say 1, and then count, right?
Hold on.
So now I don't care about state, so remove it. I don't care about state.count, I only care about state count. Okay. What does it run twice? Oh yeah, it runs twice. Because first one, this one runs high, fly. Second time it set how high, and then you cancel out 2 times. This one, this one. So you see, that's why you see 2 object fly.
So what are you trying to prove here?
No, I'm just changing the same thing. Now I change the object back into just a normal variable, a number variable, and then I'm gonna put 0 here. What happened?
Same thing as before.
Same thing, because we set state, we set it, we call it set, we set count. I mean, we want the state to update, even though we put 0, the same number, but React understand that, okay, you try to change the value. As long as you try to change this value, that's happened. Okay, some behavior you have to like run into it and then remember it.
Can you call something from the subdomain like count.ed?
Count.add.
Count.ed changes as opposed to if count changes, or is that not possible?
Count.add, where's
So use effect on set high fly, but instead of count, could I put count.ed?
here?
Yeah,
Count.add.
so to reference only the ed changing as opposed to the
There's no count.add here.
state.ed, sorry. But yeah,
Stay high.
state.ed, is that possible?
No, stay.add, that does. But the whole object changed. Okay, state.add, we change this one to set state, and then an object inside here. Let's say a count, count. And then here, add. You want what do you want? Add. Like this.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, I just want to see if it's possible to target that only running on a sub level of an object.
Let's see.
It's not.
The whole state.
Just the whole state.
The whole state change. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. The whole state change.
Changes by default. even
That's why you
if
need another key.
ed is heavy.
That's why you need another to define another key here.
Right.
Another variable. Separate variable. Right. So you understand how it works, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. I'm gonna delete fly and high here. So high.
See how to use set interval inside use effect and
Set interval.
yeah, you make like a clock thing,
Okay, gonna do.
and then
So I need to Google set interval with hook, right? Or just classify set interval with hook, making set interval declarative with relative. Alright, using hook. Alright, so here we go. We have French, and Chinese. Here the function for interval. I think this one. That's it.
or you have another function to use interval.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So it's easy just to Google.
I didn't know that. You have to use effect.
Right, let's go. Like the power of hook is like you can make anything and then you hook it.
You can make a custom.
Yes, make a custom hook. That's it. That's the power of hook. Alright, next blueprint. Fuck me. Not blueprint. React router. Forget about blueprint now. Alright, close this one as well. Alright. Delete all of this shit. Delete this one as well. We don't want this yet. Let's clean up. Right, clean this up. All right. I'm gonna return our app back to normal, right, guys? Okay, here. Oops. Alright, so now we are gonna use React Router. React Router. In order to use React Router, you have to do some setup. Right, go here. Is it my app? Right. Fuck, I forget to do shit here. Okay, React Router. This bootstrap. React Router. Quick start. Install it. I already installed it. Now I hate the documentation here because basic routing, it doesn't show you how to set it up, right? Step by step, instead jump right into it. Okay, so we need this one. Copy this, go to our index file here. We import it. Import is an object here as router. So in short, we import this class.
How long will this take? It could be like a 5-minute break when I do that shot.
Just set it up and then we take a break and then we dive into it. Okay, as a router from React Router DOM. And then we have to wrap our app with the router. Okay, that's it. Here's basic setup, nothing else. Our app still work. Right. Cool. You want to take a break now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's good.